What do you make of the Parades Commission decision not to let this march go ahead?
Well, I think it's the right decision. I think it's a sensible decision. The Parades Commission actually have made a determination on this return parade on the 12th of July last year, and there have been a serious number of attempts to try and push the parade up through this interface, through Mountain View, Ardoyne and the Dales. And it has failed. Now, the actions of those in Twadell, I mean, putting a camp actually on the interface since that decision was made, has not helped the situation in terms of community relations. So it's the right thing to do. It's moving into the core or the centre of the marching season, and to have any other decision actually would have been a Parades Commission undermining their own determination, and I'm glad that they didn't do that.
Are you worried there's going to be trouble on Saturday and in the weeks and months ahead?
Well, I certainly hope not, and you know, I am involved in talks around parades. There is an atmosphere, at least, of everybody saying, and certainly the political parties saying, that no, whatever the determination is, that it should be accepted and dealt with on a peaceful basis, and I think that's what needs to happen. I have had disagreements with the Parades Commission in the past, but it's the only organisation who can make this decision, unless, of course, the unionist politicians had agreed to the Haas version of what way we can move forward on the issue of parades, on the issue of flags, and indeed on the issue of the past. These are issues which still need to be sorted out, and we still have that ahead of us. If we can sort that out, we will be in a much better place.
Whenever you welcome it, the other side automatically condemn it. So people ask, where's it go from here? Because there's no sign of an end to this, and the stalemate remains.
Well, there are talks which have been facilitated by Bishop Donald McKeown and Bishop Abernathy, which Cara, the residents group, and members of the Orange Order are involved in, and I welcome that, and I think they should continue. They started, if you remember, a couple of days before the 12th of July last year. The commitment given publicly, actually, just before the determination was, no matter what the determination is, let's continue these talks. Now, that didn't happen, and we have had all of the issues that we've had up at Twadell since then. However, I welcome the fact that there is a new round of talks, and let's see what we can do with that. You know, these issues need to be resolved. In my opinion, they can be resolved if there's a will on both sides. So I understand that a determination, when it's made, causes hurt on one side and, you know, is accepted the other side. The next one may be different, the one after that may be different again. I think we need to get beyond that. What we need is accommodation, so that the Parades Commission, which the unionists and the Orange Order want to get rid of, I've said this for many years, the best way to make them of no value is that you have local agreements, therefore there's no reason for them to sit and do a determination.
Gerry Kelly, what's your reaction to the Police Ombudsman taking Matt Baggot and the PSNI to court?
Well, I think it's a very serious situation. I think the Ombudsman himself said that he regretted having to do it, but the fact is that there is a duty in legislation and under Section 66 of the Police Act 2000 that the Ombudsman supply information which are necessary, that the police supply the information which is necessary for an Ombudsman to carry out his investigations. Now, the magnitude of this is frightening. You're talking about in over 100 occasions where information has been refused. You're talking about 60 different cases which involved killings. You're talking about the families of and the relatives of those who were involved. You know, so putting this in layperson's terms, you know, this is a situation where, in my opinion, and I'm not a lawyer, the duty is very clear. The Ombudsman is there to investigate, and he needs to have the information to do that investigation. Now, if it had been sorted out between the Chief Constable and the Ombudsman, he would not have had to go to judicial review. What the police are saying is that they dispute the legal interpretation of that, and the only arbiter of that, in the end, has to be a court. I regretted that, because to me, from a layperson reading the legislation, they simply should give over that. Some of the other things I find, you know, makes the mind boggle. The Ombudsman had access to police buildings. That access has been denied. I find that amazing. I also have to say, as a member of the policing board, that there have been a number of occasions in the past where we've had the same difficulty, where the police have been refusing to give information which the policing board has as a matter of duty and as an oversight body. And I will begin in Thursday to ask questions, tomorrow to ask questions about this at the full policing board meeting, and also I have to say to ask other questions, because I also understand that the same problems are being had with the MRF programme, if you remember, the Panorama programme, where the PPS have asked for an investigation by the police, and that hasn't taken place either.